Hello, car enthusiast. Welcome to that new and first episode of Froggy Drive. So, today we will introduce you to the car that will be the main attention for this channel. It's called Froggy Drive for a good reason. But first, let's see how we have configured the car that will drive and will be the centerpiece of this channel. It's no surprise, and you can see already it's a Ford. It's not an EcoSport, it's not an SUV, it's not an electric Ford, even though they have so much coming in, and all the good stuff is kind of disappearing. Exception made maybe from a Mustang, but the Mustang is also electric. So it was really a challenge for me to do that video. Whether in my country, whether on other European websites, because the car that we have configured and ordered is not anymore configurable. Be aware that the prices and the specification might change from country to country, so don't take it personally if what you will see on the screen is slightly different than the reality. So here we go. We have many different trends in the Fiesta range. It starts with the Trend. That's mostly the starting model, maybe to get people at the showroom. Then we have the Titanium. It's much more extended. The Titanium X, the Active. It's much more like a crossover version of the Fiesta. The Active X, which is in a little bit more detail in terms of option. We have the ST line. That's actually a good package. I mean, we have that at the moment. We are trading in ST line for the real ST, the real stuff, the daddy of the range. But ST line really in terms of handling, it's perfect. If you don't need the power, I mean ST line is a good alternative. And as usual with Ford, you have a lot of options that might be on higher on bigger models in other brands like electric seats, heating of the steering wheel, and this option that Ford has is the quick clear. That's the how do you say the the front glass that heats up so that you don't have to remove the ice yourself, but that the car does it for you. So very nice options, and of course for Ford it's the handling, it's the driving dynamics are always very sharp as soon as you look for ST line. um, you will be granted with a good sense of driving, and yeah. So we have the S10 line X, and finally we have the top of the range, the ST3. So the ST3 is the ST model, but with much of the options embedded in the standard option trim. So you see performance pack is in there, launch control, red calipers, 18-inch rims. So we will see this in details in a minute. Let's see what we have exactly. We have the 18-inch, the Matrix LED headlights, LED rear tail lights, body colored, rear privacy glass, quick clear, that's the one I mentioned, unique suspension, but let's go deep dive into details just now. So let's deep dive into that configuration of the ST3. Um, I'm opening up the selection so you can see in terms of engine powertrain, there's no real choice to make. It's standard 1.5 EcoBoost, so that's a three-cylinder engine, and it sounds very special. It doesn't sound like a regular three-cylinder. It has a little bit of a six-cylinder or five-cylinder sound, let's put it that way. 200 horsepower, and the torque is increased compared to the last version to 147 kilowatt, which is, I think, in Newton meters, it's 320, and it's a 6-speed manual. So let's deep dive into that area. So first selection, the colors. I think this is one of the most important choice you can make. the standard color for the Fiesta ST is the red, race red. It's a no cost option, and you can see it fits well with the caliper. The drawbacks, I would say, is that the ST logo at the back, for example, and in the front, it stand up because it's on a grill, on a dark grill. But in the back, you can't really see the ST logo, so it's not as special as another color, I would say. And in my opinion, at least that's maybe the configurator, but it looks like a little bit orange. And I can maybe zoom in, but it looks like the caliper are not exactly the same red. So for me, that's a little bit uh, a problem. Let's put it that way. I've already, I can show you one car that I found online in the UK that's now for sale, thanks to Hardpool Motor Company. I'm just doing free advertisement for them now. But you can see, let's see if we can see the real color. It's kind of difficult, but it looks like the caliper are like a little bit more red than, or darker red than the paint itself. So for me, the red probably not the options that I would choose, but of course it's racy, it's a no cost option. So I would say if you are into red, it's a good option, but ultimately I would say it doesn't stand out as other colors. We will look to the next color. It's frozen white. So frozen white, it's a very light white. ST logo comes out perfectly. However, I'm not really a fan of white car. Probably in Spain, where the heat is very high, the temperature very high, the sun is shining most of the time. I would say it could be a recommended color because white, let's say, reflects the sun and then it's less hot in the car. But overall, I would say white is a pain color to clean. It's very, very quickly dirty. You see all the mosquitoes. It's reddish on the front when they died. So white wouldn't be the color for me to choose. It's also an option that is that comes with a price tag of £250. So it's you have to pay for the white. So you really need or need to like this white to choose for. If I would have the choice between white and red, in that case, I would choose for red. If we look to a white car, I found one in Germany for sale, and you can see, even though the let's say the resolution is not very high, uh, it looks like, and that's the interior. We are not interested in the interior, but it doesn't draw lots of interior pictures. We will define this later, but here you can see I'm not sure on the white color. Probably not my cup of tea, but again, everyone has its own choice. Maybe in Spain or in Morocco or Tunisia or somewhere where it's very hot, south of Italy, I would say white could be a color. The positive of white is that people can see you in the night much more easily, so probably you will have less, um, yeah, car crash if people can see you. So we have the white, then we have the magnetic. That's I think something of a gray, what we see in Lamborghini and Audi and Nardo gray is a little bit this kind of color. I usually define it as garbage gray, but that's my own appreciation. I think gray is the best color in terms of dirt. It fits well the car. I think it fits well with the red caliper. It's just probably not my color. It's probably a little bit boring. Um, so let's see what is this color in the flesh, or at least in the in the pictures right away. So on this magnetic gray, let's see if we can find a car with magnetic gray. I found one in Germany. Let's see if we can zoom in. This is the one. And again, you see, I think the dynamics, the curve, and the lines of the car comes pretty good. They are pretty well there, but it's a little bit boring, I would say. It's not. It's much more like a usual Fiesta, I would say. So if you're in the market for the Fiesta ST, I would say gray is an option if you don't want to clean your car too often, but obviously it doesn't stand out. Also, looking to the price tag, it's even more expensive than the frozen white. So if I had to choose until now, that would be still the race red, just for the memory. Yeah, red it's really much more in your face than magnetic. Probably if you're much more introvert, I would say the magnetic, and you use your maybe for corporate usage, or you have to go to clients with it. Maybe the magnetic is the color to go. Of course, we have also black. And black, I would say on little hatchback like the Fiesta, it's makes the car grow. I mean, I think the light, they have done something on the light also to darken the light at the front and the back. So this black, we have this black also, I think, on our Fiesta Estelana at the moment. I must say it's also a pretty difficult paint to maintain in terms of cleaning. Black is really, you see in the winter, you see immediately the dirt. If cleaning is not your cup of tea, I would say choose for magnetic. If you really want a car that stands out, that's a little bit bigger than it is at the moment, as it is, let's put it that way. That looks like a bigger car. The dark would be the color to go. In terms of price tag, it's a little bit cheaper than the magnetic and a little bit more expensive than the frozen white. So if I wouldn't have black at the moment, I think we would have choose for the black one. ST comes pretty much well out. It is a good combination also with the red from the tail lights, with the logo and the caliper, and also the logo in the front. I think the black comes out as a second best color, I think, from my point of view. So let's go to the next color. Then let's first forget to do. Let's see a black one uh, on the pictures. If you like to detail, if you like to clean your car, probably black is the color to take overall. But be aware that this is, yeah, it's a very sensible color to maintain. And but it makes the car bigger. Let's put it that way. If we go back to the configurator now, we have the last color, and it's also the most expensive one. I think this was also the color of the introduction of this ST, and you see immediately this is really shocking color, I would say. It's really a statement. I would say that when you choose for that color, you say, guys, I've chosen for the daddy of the range. I want to be seen, and I want you to know that this is not a car as all the Fiesta. It's a special car. And I think that's also the statement that we wanted to make with the choice of this car, uh, considering that all petrol engine will disappear, that all the sports car like with manual and petrol engine disappear, we want something that stands out. And I think being the color for the introduction, being a very expressive color, I think ultimately this will help to have to maintain the value. But I agree, it's a very daring choice. Probably most of the people won't choose for that and won't choose for black or gray or red. But if you can afford it and if you can see it also in the sun, we will see pictures in a minute of this car at the dealer. It looks stunning, really. In the showroom, maybe with dim light, it looks like a little bit matte green, and outside it springs out. It's like back to the 80s. Mean green, it's called, the name says itself. I mean, mean green, it's also a mean color in a mean car. So I think our choice will be very simple. We will go probably, we will go, we have gone for this mean green. So uh, I don't want to let you wait too long. It will be a mean green, and how does it look like? And I think this picture shows it well. You see, this is part is in the sun, and it stands out. But if you go here, you see if you're not in the sun, it's much more tanned color. So probably when the suns come out, the light springs out. It's you see the difference now between with and without light, I would say. So yes, maybe it will be a color that we will be bored very quickly. Maybe it's a hype, this green hype. I mean, you see it on the Porsche, on the Lamborghini, the last M3 CS, I think, also introduced it. It was introduced with this individual BMW color. I think it's signal green, something like that, which looks like a little bit this green. So we will go for it. We will tell you more about the color when we go further down the experience and the life with the car. You will know about it. But to be honest, when we saw it I think it's on a Focus ST, when the dealer shows the car outside, which was in the showroom, it was a no-brainer for me and my wife. Um, and we have chosen that green. So really impatient to be able to show you that in the flesh, to be able to shoot video. So what did you choose further than the color? So the color will be mean green. Let's go to the interior. Do we have anything to choose there? Of course, the wheel will be on the other side. We are I'm based in Europe, continental Europe, so will not be a right-hand drive car, but in terms of I can show you this will be the seats. That's the Ford Performance seats. I think they are also into the Focus. It's a bucket seat, but much more less let's say less thin than the Recaro seat they had previously. So it's much more a seat from a bigger car that they put it in this little hatchback. So no really choice here. That's so Sensico. I think that's kind of a Alcantara, and the rest I think here is leather. And I think you have also this part which extends. So if you have long legs, I think that maintains it pretty well. Let's go further. Of course, I think if you choose for a Ford, the winter pack option is a no-brainer. I mean, it includes a heated front seat and heated steering wheel. This we will have added. I think in the UK, how do you say, the quick clear, so the screen, the front glass that heats up, that's a standard in UK. In where I live, I think it's part of this winter pack. So we have that too. So we have heated front glass, heated front seat, and heated steering wheel. What do you need more? Let's put it that way. The Sync 3, I think navigation always selected. I mean, that's for the residual value of the car. It's an add-on. It's really a must-have. You will tell me, yes, I can use my mobile to navigation. And or I would say if you still paying out some bucks for this navigation, let's combine it with the B&O premium sound system, because that's giving even a additional flavor to your car. And even though the three-cylinder sounds very nice, from time to time, a good sound and a dynamic sound like the B&O sound system gives you all the pleasure you need during your driving. So the rubber mats, yeah, also a good option to choose, not only for the dirt, but also for the how do you say, um, the humidity in your car. So if you have your mats, which are floor mats without rubber, that's concentrate the damp and the humidity, then it will probably impact also the windows in the winter. You will have to use more frequently the AC. So rubber mats, I would recommend it anyway for the winter. And we have this velour floor mat. That's the Signale, but this we will probably not choose. I've also chosen the dashboard cam. Why? Probably because I want to shoot some content. So I have, of course, the GoPro or other dash cam system that you can use, but this is also for the insurance point of view. It's also recommended because, of course, with this very light and um, color, people might be tempted to challenge you on the road. And if they do so and you have an accident, it's new and you didn't do anything wrong, probably this webcam will save you some bucks and help you defend your case. So yeah, the thing, I think if you have these options in modern car, I would say go for it because it's always helping you with your insurer in case of a situation where there's this discussion. Let's put it that way. Roof base carrier, this we probably don't need. Um, and let's see if we have, I think the performance pack, which was a standard, let's see. Sounds like few. I think I went to the end of the list. Yeah, I think the rest is much more. Yeah, I think that's it. We don't have really a choice anymore in modern cars. So that's pretty much. I think we can probably have a look to the standard configuration in a moment and finalize the video on that note. So rounding up the configuration, what do we have exactly configured? You can see it. It's a Fiesta ST. It's a 5-door. It's a 1.5 manual transmission. The color will be medium green. Interior, no choice there. It's Sensico leather, red stitching. In terms of key features, I think that's the standard option. We have the 18-inch 5-spoke alloys with magnet finish. So again, magnet finish with magneted color. So the gray magnet, how was it called? The gray color is also magnet, so it combines good. Matrix LED headlights, LED rear lights, body colored electrically operated door mirrors with side indicator, rear privacy glass, quick clear heated windscreen, unique ST front grille and bumper, an ST rear bumper with diffuser, unique ST suspension, selectable drive mode, so you can choose between Eco, Sport, Race, I think, and normal. Ford performance seats, we have discussed that. Manually adjusted, six-way and six-way for the passenger with lumbar support. So keyless entry, keyless start, probably an option you want to avoid, but you can't avoid it. So take good steps to prevent the keyless entry signal to send out when you don't want to have it send out. So keep it safe at home to prevent any theft of your car. The rear view camera, cruise control with an adjustable speed limiter and intelligent speed assist, rear parking sensor, lane keeping aid with lane keeping assist, traffic sign recognition, alarm, Ford Performance Posit, red caliper. The performance pack, we didn't discuss that, but it's a really important one. If you have an option in your country for that option, choose it always. A ST without a performance pack is no ST. It's a limited slip differential, which allow to prevent to have too many torque slip on the front wheels. Launch control and performance shift light. So really an option to choose. The Ford Sync 2.5, and then we have again the TFT, that's the cluster, which is no more analog but digital. I think this we discussed already, so I think that's pretty much it, guys. So happy to show you the progress on the ordering. I mean, the factory are quite busy at the moment. In the UK website, we couldn't really see the details of the performance pack. In the German side, you can. The performance pack here is in Germany. You can choose it as a separate option, which I would recommend to do anyhow if you choose for ST. If you have the option still to choose for an ST, because I think the order book is mostly close. So the performance pack includes launch control, shift lights, and slip diff. What you see here, a slip differential, a Quave limited slip differential. So it's a mechanic one. So I would say definitely choose this option if you have the opportunity to order an ST or to buy a second hand. Look for the performance pack because that's really changing the car. Next option I want to take a little bit more time is the B&O sound system because we couldn't see really the details on the UK website. On the German website you can see much more details. It's about 575 watt. It's about 10 speakers, so with a subwoofer. So I would definitely advise also this option, which finish up this ST to a premium level. Let's put it that way. B&O, it's usually on Audi. Yeah, B&O in a Ford Fiesta, I would say that's great. So, car enthusiasts, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Do not hesitate to provide me with some feedback in the comments. If you like my content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video within your network, and also please do not forget to hit the notification bell icon. So, see you soon for some more content on Froggy on the Froggy Drive channel. Take care and à bientôt.